right, so now we're going to take a look at the exact same example, but we're going to be doing all of the work directly from Excel. So we're going to have technology do it for us. So the first thing we want to do is we want to create that same scatter plot that we see on the example. So I have all the data typed in here. I'm going to highlight the table, and I'm going to go to Insert, Scatter Plot. I'm going to click this one right here, and I'm going to choose the first option. All right, so there's my scatter plot. And I want it to look similar to the one that we saw. So I'm going to add some elements. Going to have it label the axes for both of these. And so remember, we have the ice cream sales on the vertical axis, and we have the temperature outside in degrees Celsius on the horizontal axis. All right, so we're not going to physically be drawing a line, right? We're not going to be eyeballing it as we did before. We're going to have Excel use something called linear regression tools, and it's actually going to approximate the line of best fit more accurately than we could ever do. So we're going to right-click any point on this scatter plot, and you're going to see this menu appear. And we're going to be clicking Add Trend Line. Now, they give you a lot of options. We're going to go with linear because we're going to assume that this follows the straight linear path, and it really sort of does. So we're going to go with that. And we are going to tell it to display the equation. So if you look down here, we want it to display the equation. So it's going to show right here. All right. So we can see here that it is saying that the sales in ice cream is increasing by about $30.09 if we round for every 1 degree Celsius increase in temperature, right? And so that's really similar to what we did when we found it by hand. I think when we found it by hand, it was about $32. So it's really close. This will be more accurate because what Excel does is it will minimize the gaps between any of the points and the line itself. In mathematics, we call those residuals, the space between the scattered plot points and the line. And then we could see here that our y-intercept is at negative 159.47. And I think before we got about $200. So it's not super far off. Just like before, we can use this equation to make predictions. And we could plug values in to determine how much sales we think we might have depending on the temperature outside. And we could use it exactly like we did the other one to answer those questions.